The meetings among the U.S. officials and their peer pressure Nirmala Sitharaman and Sushma Swaraj, outlined as the 2+2 dialogue, are take location versus a background of latter strains among Washington and Delhi. Meetings were at first planned in April, but had to be rescheduled following U.S. CEO Donald Trump fired his later Secretariat of Country Rex Tillerson. The dialogue was hanging one day once again in July, for which India's Overseas Ministry outlined as inevitable reasons. Lot has modified among the two strategy allies in latter months. The U.S. has objected to new defense deals among India and Russia, and has as well alerted Delhi versus importing wet oil of Iran. Both of Moscow and Tehran are now by U.S. sanctions regime. Washington and Delhi generally enjoyed hot relations for ex-U.S. Presidents George Bush and Barack Obama's stints at the White's Building. But he's too quickly to say the identical on the Trump card authority. Pratyush Rao, Connect CEO for India and Southward Asia at Monitoring Risks Consulting, told India as necessary to accept careful hopefulness in the negotiations. He's real how Mr. Modi nested a lot of period and power in India spawns. He has told on lot occasions how Mr. Obama was his boyfriend, and he favorite work in him. But the planet tactful procedure has modified. Hindu diplomatic corps will include these remarkable decisions in reason while they conduct negotiations deals in the US, Mr. Rao says. India, that makes really few of its own arms, is the planet's largest defense purchaser, and Russia supplies largest of its war machinery and replacement components. The U.S. wants to changing the dynamic. It has enlarged its weapon supply to India more than rather than 5 times in the history 5-year, take its stake in Delhi defense purchase to 15%. In compare, Russia's stake has fall of 79% to 62% above the history 5-year, onto a research by the Stockholm World Study Institution. Washington has historically not objected to India purchase defense machinery of Russia. This U.S. has length believed how India is necessary to be powerful militarily to resist China in the area, though if it comes at the price of Delhi purchase weapon of Russia, says Mr. Rao. But the relation has been more than complex by the Trump card authority. India is in the trial of purchasing S-400 air defense rocket technology of Russia. Delhi was waiting Washington to grant a refusal to India to go front in the transactions. Yet, a top U.S. formal newly told a refusal was not guarantee, and Washington was opposed to Delhi's signature new deals in Ruski firms hit by U.S. sanctions regime. I can't sit there and speak you how India would be release, how we would use how refusal, how will be the judgment of the CEO if he is florid in a main new plate and ability how India has purchased of Russia, Randall Shriver, Aide Secretariat of Defense for Asiatic and Silent Safety Sphere, told. Hindu diplomatic corps include hinted how India would not behind out of the Russia transactions since the air defense framework was key for its safety. He's not remarkable how the transactions is potential to be top of the order of business on Thursday. But Dr. Stuti Banerjee, elder analysis at the Hindu Justice of Planet Sphere believe tank, told the leaders would see to discover a decision. These two countries will get a difficult stay on the question. Yet, they include no some stock option but to discover a decision. Down there is several mess on various issues among the two countries, but down there is no distrust, she told. Several positives are as well anticipated of the negotiations. The two sides are potential to do advance in negotiations to mark the Communication Interoperability and Safety Treaty. The transactions urge to enhance company ordination and communicating among the militaries of the two countries. India has incorporated to put more than rather than $500 meter, £390 meter, to evolve a seaport in Iran's Chabahar town. The seaport will offer India accessing to Central Asiatic countries to increase trading. Iran is an essential strategy affiliate for India. Break oil imports will frustrated Tehran. Yet, India may accept to cut downward on the sum it imports, she told. But how will substantially rely on how the US sees India's stance. if or not the US would be ready to isolate India of sanctions regime, and some headwinds has capacity ensuing consequences for how duplex relations form up above the following few year, consisting in the Indo-Pacific, Mr. Rao says. The two countries as well vary on their strategies in Afghanistan. Yet India has ever been careful on straight negotiations in the Taliban. With he's one of the largest aid donors to Afghanistan, Delhi would wish to include a say in how the world trial unfolds in the nation. And it may not sense at easy if the US holds negotiations in several groups how Delhi believes are supported by Pakistan, she told. Trading is potential to be downward the order of business, but several eminent issues could be debated.